Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the Crow's Nest. Welcome if you are new. We are a spiritual all of mind community learning as we grow along our ascension path. And we're going to go ahead and get into today's message for what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on. Today is World Kindness Day, so happy World Kindness Day to you. I did originally want to get a message on what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on in regards to our kindness to ourselves. You know, having today being World Kindness Day. But as I was getting ready for this, some things came through that made me want to change it up a little bit, because what I'm seeing with the King of Wands coming out in reverse, getting ready for this reading, and based on the stones that I got for each of the decks that I wanted to use throughout the day, we'll see what decks we end up using, but each of the stones were all about balancing those yin-yang energies, helping us to protect us from negative energy, as well as balancing out and being conscious and aware of our thoughts and our feelings. So maybe already some guidance there in regards to our kindness to ourselves, just being more conscious about our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, specifically towards ourselves, but also in general. But with that King of Swords coming out in the reverse position, it's really interesting because in regards to the negotiation taking place with the inner masculine and feminine, I've been channeling that for the last 2 or 3 days now. And, you know, originally we saw the King of Swords come out in the upright and the Queen of Wands come through in the upright. And that's what kind of got this negotiation between the energies within going. And then yesterday we saw the, the Queen of Wands come through. And so I really do, the Queen of Swords came through yesterday. And then today, now I'm seeing the King of Wands in reverse. So it's like I was saying in yesterday's message, those leveling out of those energies, it is so close, not only so close to leveling out, but so close to bringing in everything that you are manifesting. Main focus in regards to your Benjamins, your financial stability, your wealth and abundance. So let's go ahead and get into today's message. I will also mention another card that I saw getting ready was one of my twin flame cards. Excuse me. So we'll go ahead and get today's message and see where it takes us. I'm Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer, helping to guide you through the depths of your soul to illuminate your light within. On the tarot today, I grabbed the jasper. So again, another stone that's all about grounding and protection against negative energy. So, you know, in regards to, what was it that I saw where we were being, yes, the stones, being conscious of our thoughts and our feelings. So, it's almost like even with just the stone, with the jasper stone today, we're being given, guidance to just protect our energy. Just be very cautious about where you're giving your energy and who you're giving your energy to, and the thoughts and feelings and emotions you're giving your energy to, because you know, with today being World Kindness Day, I'm picking up a message there that some of us maybe need to be just a little bit more kind to ourselves, and just being more mindful about how the people and the energies around us are making us feel and treating us. So let's go ahead and get our message. Let's find out what we need to be aware of and focusing on at this time. It's the King of Swords. You see the way that flew out, and it was in a transition. This is so amazing, because I was saying it's like you're so close, and it was in the upright and then the reverse, and now it's sideways. So like those energies are so close to leveling out. I was gonna say something, but then that card flew out the way it did. The Five of Pentacles is on the reverse, or on the bottom of the deck, sorry. So the other thing that I'm feeling is that this was a message that came through recently about someone feeling as though they have been left out in the cold spiritually. And in regards to this negotiation taking place between that inner masculine and feminine, I'm seeing that, you know, again, but in regards to that, those inner energies feeling as though the other is not seeing or hearing the opposite, it is creating this sense of spiritually feeling left out in the cold, feeling shut out. I'm hearing it's like your energies, your inner masculine and feminine are trying to communicate to one another, but there's a sense of feeling shut out. So let's get a little bit more on what it is we need to know in regards to this message, how can we, which of the energies is feeling most shut out at this time? And what can we do to help open up that communication so that the inner masculine and feminine can come to a final agreement in this negotiation taking place to really balance out those energies? Bring in those Benjamins for you. So let's find out here a little bit more. 3 cards. Love that. We'll stop right there. So I really am feeling that right now the main focus is that inner masculine. The King of Swords in reverse as well can be a little bit of, manipulation. So I think that, there is maybe today, I think the energies are just maybe leaning a little bit more back in towards the masculine. Yesterday it was more in towards the feminine. And so, I feel that some of us are just being really hard on ourselves. Our thoughts towards ourselves in regards to this. It's like an ego mindset with the King of Swords in reverse. But again, this energy just keeps flip-flopping. So it's like a teeter-totter. I'm seeing a teeter-totter. And so it's like so close to leveling out. It's so interesting because, on a teeter-totter, we know how a teeter-totter works. There's one person on either end, and one person is, using their energy, their force to affect the other side. And it's like that's happening right now. I'm seeing a teeter-totter, and it's like, when you see kids playing on a teeter-totter and there's like that war about like go higher, who can go higher, who can push off the hardest, and who can make the other person go higher up in the air. And I'm even seeing like some, like, when you're a kid and you try to make the other person like flip off the back. I don't know if you ever played that game. I had some crazy older brother. So funny. And it went back in the reverse. So funny. I'm telling you, that teeter-totter, like I'm saying. And it's just like when your energies stop playing this game with one another about who can make the other one go higher. Oh, interesting. Then it's gonna level out. What happens to a teeter-totter when no one's on it? In most cases it will tip to one or either side, but what I'm actually seeing is it just leveling out, like just plain level. And then what I said was interesting about that, it's like who's trying to see who can go higher. It's like the inner masculine and feminine is like there's like this secret war taking place within about which side is that more spiritual side. That's really interesting. For some of you who are resonating with these messages the last couple days, it's like what you need to be aware of and focusing on is the fact that it's like both your inner masculine and feminine want to be the ones to shine the most. They want to be the ones to take things to the highest levels. And I'm feeling that really like spiritually. This is in regards to your ascension, what it is that you're learning, how you're growing, how you're glowing, I'm hearing. So it's like as the inner feminine energy is becoming more attuned and glowing and shining that frequency, that inner masculine also wants to bring forth that determination. And that's really where we're leveling out these energies right now. I think I really love that message, and I really love seeing how this King of Swords has just been like playing games with me all day, because it just really is a further confirmation about this negotiation taking place within. And if you haven't seen my messages the last couple days, we're talking about the energies within. So whether you're masculine or feminine identifying, this is for everyone who resonates with this message. We're talking about your energies within yourself. And I do see the Page of Swords in the reverse. And what's interesting about that King of Swords going back in the reverse is we're talking about an immature energy here. So the inner masculine, I'm feeling a sense of how that inner masculine can balance out that energy and stop teeter-tottering. It's like the masculine is like, wow, I'm actually seeing the masculine is now like the one in control of both these ends of the teeter-totter. So it's like the masculine energy is somehow at war with itself within. Like your inner masculine is somehow at war with himself. And there is a sense of manipulation and immaturity here, like some sort of like mind games. But what I'm also seeing is the Ace of Swords in the upright position. So some kind of mental clarity is going to come through for whoever this is for, and it's going to give you that clarity that you're needing to stop playing this game with your inner masculine. You know, I'm really feeling a need to tell you that you need to get to know your inner masculine more, because that's going to help you to decide, you know, are you this enlightened masculine, or are you going to be this manipulative? I mean that in the best of ways is just what the energy of the card is, okay? I'm not trying to call you manipulative. It's just like this energy. It's like you have a choice to either stand in your clear truth, or you can stand in this energy where it's just not going to manifest anything good into your life, what we see over here. But what I am also seeing is the Three of Swords. So this was in yesterday's reading too, with the Queen of Swords in the upright. And it's like we were saying about those Benjamins, you were so close to bringing that in. And what I'm seeing is the inner masculine as well. Like that clarity will come through. It's right here. I'm telling you this. I've been feeling it for days. You are so close to what you're trying to bring in for yourself. And it's like the masculine as well. We saw this with the feminine energy yesterday, where the feminine had released, had surrendered, had let go the sense of control, right? The sense of control. I love this message. The feminine energy had released that sense of control. We had a message come through about, you know, when we let go of something, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back. And so we see this happening as well with the inner masculine energy, where the inner masculine is going through a surrender as well, is releasing that control, is sending out those ships. I'm hearing the signals, sending out the signals. Very interesting. And it's now about getting into that state of clarity and speaking that truth and holding your authenticity. Find out who you are within your masculine energy and stand in that with true clarity. And those ships that you set out to sail, they will come back. I do want to end this message with a soul card, because the stone that I grabbed for this deck, the agate, this is talking about balancing the aura and the yin-yang energies. And, you know, with the way that I was feeling this message was going to go, and then we actually saw it play out. So we're going to go ahead with that gray agate. So you might want to work with this stone. If you're feeling, if you're new here and you're ever watching my messages and they resonate with you, look into the stones that I'm using in my readings, because as you can see how the energies tie into the messages, you might actually find these stones to be very beneficial for you. And by researching them, you might also learn something about them that's going to add further clarity to today's message. And the other thing too, this is the deck that I saw, that twin flame card, as I was getting ready for this message. So, you know, we're talking about balancing those yin-yang energies. I saw that twin flame card. We see the masculine and feminine energies on this teeter-totter, trying to level out this playing field. I'm hearing. Now I'm actually seeing like a war scenario, like a battlefield. Oh my gosh, I channeled that the other day too. And it was from a masculine that was on TikTok. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the soul card here. Let's find out from the soul card some final guidance or clarity. Some moon energy here, mountains. The card actually wanted to come off the bottom of the deck. These cards also are very, very similar to one another. So this is the card that actually came through. This was the card on the bottom of the deck that fell off the bottom of the deck. But what I'm actually seeing is as above, so below. It's like the as above is looking down at the so below, and the so below is looking at the above. They are calling to one another. This is your inner masculine and feminine right here. You know, we are connected to everything, and we are the source of everything, each of us in our own right. You know, we are everything, the moon, the stars. And what I'm seeing right here is this is like that spiritual side of you. You know, with the tarot, we see it coming through in the physical, in the 3D, with that inner masculine and feminine, having this balancing each other's out through this battlefield of some kind, this playing field on this teeter-totter ride. But behind the scenes in the 5D, we can see that while the masculine and feminine are working out this negotiation, so is the soul. It's not just the energies within yourself. It's not just that conscious awareness. Just like the gray agate, right? This is being conscious about our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions. And so not only are we going through that in the 3D, in the physical, but behind the scenes as well, within your soul, in the 5D realm, this is taking place. And they are calling to one another. And what I actually see, this is so beautiful, because I did get a twin flame card from this deck getting ready for this reading, and what I see is like this is like this water energy, the emotions, and I'm really feeling feminine energy from this. And we can see this feminine is reaching up to the heavens from the water. I'm feeling that ocean vibe, right? And that's so beautiful, because the moon is looking down at this feminine reaching up to the moon. And yes, the moon is feminine energy, but you can see it's like this, there's the masculine here on this card. So what I'm really seeing is, oh, wrong way. And again, like that's a message, right? There is this game happening here. Not a game, it's like there is this battlefield, but it's a very spiritual battlefield. And what I really do see is so much clarity. And those ships that you've sent out to sea, they will return. And there's going to be so much abundance when they do come back in. That's a lot. Let's go with this one right here. The moon card. And conflict. This has been coming through so strongly in so many of my messages recently about just releasing those illusions. And what I'm really feeling is for some of you, the illusions really are within the 3D. When I saw that masculine, that King of Swords come through in the reverse, and then we have this Page of Swords in the reverse. This is a very immature, very emotionally immature, very mentally immature energy. And so you can choose to remain in the illusion of, because this is it in society, the illusion is that masculines are supposed to be the way that we see the world today. There is so much of that toxic masculine blueprinting, and it's time to release that even within ourselves. If you are feminine identifying as well, it's about releasing the illusions of the lies that we're told by society about what it means to be masculine. Like I said, today's main guidance, honestly, get to know your inner masculine, hold space for him, hear him out, get to know him, move in his energy. And that will help you to further connect with your inner feminine, because a lot of us have been leaning towards the inner feminine. There's been so much guidance about that, but we cannot neglect the other side of our energy. While we go through that leaning into our inner feminine, we can't forget about the inner masculine. So while you continue to lean into your inner feminine and to connect with her, don't forget to hold space for your inner masculine. Get to know that inner masculine. And as you continue to move into the space of that sacred feminine, allow the parts of the inner masculine that want to be there for you and support you and love you and cherish you. This masculine, your inner masculine, really wants to stand behind you and be a strong support for you. And I'm hearing an overseer. And so as you continue to lean further into that inner feminine to unlock all that abundance for yourself, don't forget about the parts of the inner masculine that are truly there for your greatest benefit, not that manipulative side, not the side that society has manipulated the inner masculine to believe what it is to be masculine. Connect with your own masculine energy. Remind yourself what it is to be your masculine, and allow your inner masculine to support you as you journey to reconnecting with that inner feminine. I hope today's message made sense. And once again, happy World Kindness Day. I hope this did help, and I'll see you in my next message.